Hey everyone, welcome back to Ontario Gardening. So today I'm super excited because I've been saving raspberries from my garden and we are going to make a chocolate raspberry sundae sauce. So it's kind of similar in the making to a jam, but it's not exactly like jam. It's more of a sauce with lots of chunks in it, so more of like a puree. This is going to be great for on top of cheesecakes, in yogurt, ice cream, things like that. I'm personally going to actually use it in strudels and crisps and put it inside muffins and cookies. I love that it's like a chocolate raspberry. So let's go ahead and get this started. It's a few simple ingredients. You're gonna need 4.5 cups of crushed raspberries, a 1/4 cup of sifted cocoa powder, and you're looking for the unsweetened, 6 cups of sugar, 4 tablespoons of bottled lemon juice, and a packet of pectin. If you're using pectin that's out of like a bigger jar, it's equivalent to 6 tablespoons. So the first thing we're going to do besides crushing those raspberries is we're going to take a bowl, we're putting our pectin in it, and our 1/4 cup of the sifted cocoa powder. And what we're going to do is just whisk this together until it's nice and blended. And then once this is done, we are going to put our crushed raspberries. We've got our raspberries inside of a pot, and we're going to add 4 tablespoons of the lemon juice to this. And that's 4. Give it a stir. And now what we're going to do is we're going to mind my house. I'm also doing relishes and pickles. Everything's going on today, but we're going to now add that pectin cocoa mixture to our crushed raspberry mixture that's here on the stove. And then we're gonna go ahead, once we've dumped it in here, and we're gonna whisk it really, really well into those raspberries. And we're just wanting to incorporate all of that chocolate into the fruit. Now that that's all incorporated in, we're gonna turn our stove to high, and we're gonna get this to a nice, good rolling boil. I'll show you what that looks like when it's there. As you can see, we are boiling. So at this point, we're gonna add those 6 cups of sugar. Now, once the sugar is fully incorporated in here, the boiling stops. And that's fine. We're keeping it on high, and we're going to leave that on high until this hits a full rolling boil again. There was a blueberry that infiltrated my garden stuff, so that's what that is. We're going to leave him for good measure. So just make sure as it's coming back up to a boil, you are coming back every 30 seconds to a minute or so and just giving it a stir. And this is just to ensure that that sugar doesn't burn and stick to the bottom. So we will see you in a couple minutes once this hits a rolling boil, and we will continue on. In the meantime, I don't think I mentioned, but this makes 6 jam jars or half pints. So you will need 6 jars, 6 lids, and 6 bands. Okay, this is at a full rolling boil, and you know that because when you stir it, it just continues to boil. So once it hits this stage, let it boil for 1 minute. Okay, after a minute, we took it off the stove. Now it's your call at this point. You can skim this foam off, or you can just leave it, totally up to you. If you're gonna skim it, do it now. I'm not going to bother. So now we can go ahead and ladle it into our jars, wipe the rims, put on our lids and our bands, and we're going to throw it in a boiling water canner, and we're going to process it for 10 minutes. Once your 10 minutes is up, take the lid off your canner, turn the heat off, and just let it rest in the canner for about 5 minutes, and then you can take it off. So I'm going to go ahead and pop those in. I left 1/4 inch headspace before I went ahead and put all of our lids and bands on. So I ended up getting 8 pints total. No, 8 half pints, sorry. Or 8 jam jars of this sauce. I'm going to use it on pancakes tomorrow and let you know how it goes. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.